In our latest installment, we delve into the perplexing case of the quiet, unassuming woman who lived a double life, preying on vulnerable young men. Her story is a chilling testament to the darkness that can lurk beneath an ordinary exterior. Let's get started. The seemingly quiet life of a serial killer. A 43-year-old woman led an unremarkable life in her modest home. However, what her neighbors and friends did not know was that she was leading a secret life as a serial killer. In total, she had already claimed the lives of 5 young men and was preparing to claim her 6th victim. Despite her deadly nature, she was known in her community as a friendly and unassuming woman, a dedicated homemaker and a loving mother to her 2 children. No one suspected that she harbored such dark intentions. Her perfect facade extended to her marriage. Her husband was a successful lawyer who had no inkling of his wife's gruesome activities. He considered himself fortunate to have married such a sweet and caring woman. Their seemingly happy marriage was a testament to her ability to keep her murderous nature a secret. Her closest friends were equally unaware of her sinister activities. They described her as a warm, reliable individual who was always there for them. She had been a consistent presence in their lives for years, and none of them had ever witnessed any signs of violence or aggression in her. Her ability to compartmentalize her life so effectively was key to her continued success as a serial killer. When speaking to people about her family, she would light up with joy, describing her husband as the perfect man and her children as the pride of her life. She spoke of her desire to create a beautiful home and raise a happy family, aspirations that seemed to be in line with her actual life. Her neighbors had no reason to suspect that their friendly acquaintance was leading a double life as a cold-blooded killer. They saw her tending to her garden, baking cookies for the children in the neighborhood, or attending local events, all the while maintaining her image as an exemplary citizen. In fact, her commitment to her community was so strong that she had recently volunteered as a leader for a local charity drive, organizing the collection of food and clothes for those in need. Her fellow volunteers praised her dedication and organizational skills, unaware that she was using these skills to manipulate and lure her unsuspecting victims. In the eyes of her community, she was a pillar of virtue and a model citizen. And that's precisely how she liked it, by successfully concealing her murderous activities from everyone around her. She was able to continue her reign of terror unnoticed. The shocking discovery: one day, her carefully constructed facade began to crack. As the investigation into the missing persons intensified, the police began to piece together the puzzle of the 5 unsolved cases. They discovered eerie similarities among the victims, all young men who had been reported missing after being spotted in the company of the same woman. Her name, which had until now been synonymous with kindness and warmth in the community, suddenly became a symbol of fear and foreboding. When the police searched her house, they found disturbing evidence linking her to the crimes. Hidden in plain sight, she had managed to fool everyone, including the police. Her colleagues and friends could not believe that someone they knew and trusted could be capable of such heinous acts. It was as if the ground beneath their feet had suddenly given way, leaving them stunned and grappling to regain their balance. In disbelief, they struggled to reconcile the friendly face they knew with the monstrous acts she was accused of. For many of them, it felt like a nightmare that refused to end. But as the evidence mounted against her, they were forced to confront the horrifying reality. The woman who had been a fixture in their lives, the one they had shared their joys and sorrows with, was a fraud, a carefully constructed lie. The shockwaves of her arrest rippled through the community. Rumors spread like wildfire, each new whisper adding another layer of horror to the tale. The woman who had embodied the ideal of the perfect wife and mother was now synonymous with death and destruction. The news media descended upon the town, eager to sensationalize the story and dissect every detail. Her picture was plastered across newspapers and TV screens, her face now a mask of apprehension. The town was in a frenzy, trying to make sense of the puzzle. Why would someone who appeared to have it all resort to such brutality? The answer, as is often the case, lay hidden in the depths of her psyche. Psychological analysis. After her arrest, psychiatric evaluation revealed a chilling portrait of a woman trapped in a web of her own making. The diagnosis was complex, a tangled mix of antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic tendencies, and underlying psychotic features. The root of her disturbed state traced back to her dysfunctional family background. Abandoned by her father at a young age, She had endured emotional neglect from her mother, creating a void of affection that no amount of success could fill. Her marriage, far from being the haven she portrayed it to be, was a battleground of constant arguments and simmering resentment. Her husband's infidelity, which she discovered early on, filled her with a toxic mix of rage and humiliation. Unable to cope with her turbulent emotions, she turned to alcohol as an escape, a dangerous habit that would eventually lead to a downfall. The turning point came when her children left home. No longer bound by maternal duties, her dark impulses took center stage. The polite, unassuming demeanor she had cultivated for years was shed, revealing the venomous, manipulative individual lurking beneath. She used her charm to lure young men into her home, subjecting them to horrific abuse. Her victims, mostly aged between 18 and 25, were lured in by her beauty and subjected to terrifying ordeals, some enduring multiple attacks before meeting their demise. Her choice of targets, young men, reflected her own thwarted youth, a twisted form of revenge for a lost generation. She claimed the lives of 7 victims before her capture, her killing sprees spanning 2 years. Her modus operandi, calculated blend of manipulation, deceit, and sadistic pleasure, showcasing a chilling level of control and callousness. Her captivity of the victims lasted anywhere from 12 hours to 3 days, during which she subjected them to a range of horrifying experiences, from physical and psychological torture to sexual abuse. Her methods were as varied as they were cruel, demonstrating a disturbing capacity for violence and degradation. Each victim was given a lethal injection, ensuring a swift and silent demise. The disposal of the bodies displayed a chilling level of forethought, with the remains concealed in shallow graves outside the house. She meticulously selected spots that were difficult to find, showcasing a combination of cunning and callousness. In her own twisted logic, she believed she was targeting promiscuous young men who deserved punishment. Her crimes were as horrifying as they were perplexing, leaving the community to grapple with the question of how such a seemingly ordinary woman could be capable of such brutality. The revelation of her disturbed state was both fascinating and frightening. Her diagnosis offered a glimpse into the abyss, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath an unassuming exterior. The interplay of her personal history, her dysfunctional relationships, and her descent into substance abuse provided a chilling narrative of how one can fall to the depths of despair and emerge as a predator. As the town grappled with the aftermath of her crimes, they carried with them a profound sense of betrayal. The woman they had admired and respected had been living a life of deceit, hiding a monstrous side that defied comprehension. The scars of her crimes ran deep, serving as a stark reminder of the fragility of trust and the unsettling truth that sometimes the most dangerous predators are the ones who seem the most harmless. Our journey into the chilling world of a serial killer has come to an end, but the haunting echoes of her crimes continue to resonate. If you found this video insightful and would like to dive deeper into similar cases, we invite you to explore our other content. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe for more in-depth psychological explorations